Hi guys, welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to be showing you why if you've got a Mercedes Sprinter you need to be taking off all of this black trim that goes all the way down the side of the van, because if you don't you're going to end up with a load of water problems later on down the line, because manufacturers like to leave all these little holes. Unfortunately I've already filled them up. I'll show you what I mean. And these are the bits I was talking about. Unfortunately I'd already sealed them up because I had a mate come over. I do apologise, but he was having a bit of a hard time, so I didn't do any recording that day. But there was one there, and all they are was holes about the size of a £2 coin covered up by a sticker. And as you can see on the back of them, all the water started getting behind them and they were starting to come away. And that's become a real problem with water coming down the inside of the panel, down behind the trim, and straight in all these holes. So what I did was I gave it some fiberglass filler with some of the mesh, small piece of the metal mesh cut in, pushed into it like I did with the back door. If you haven't seen that video, it's in my other video list. I'll try and put a link up there. And so I pushed the fiber mesh, the metal mesh onto the fiberglass filler, with a skim of fiberglass filler over the top of it, and then a skim of finish filler over the top of that. I've done that for every single hole. I took all these silly little stickers off, so not going to get no problems in the future. Now as you can see, there's quite a few of them. One there, none of them panels. Another two there, one there. Now, these ones might be a bit harder to see because I've coated them up in a bit of red paint, but there was one there. Unfortunately, I ran out of the red paint, but we had 2 coats of primer on there as well, so it's well coated. Another one there, there's another one there. Another one there. Another one there. I don't know how well you can see, you can just about see the filler marks. And there's another 2 in this door panel. Plus, we've got all of these holes, which are where these plugs go. And that's the next thing we're going to sort out. But I'll quickly go and show you inside, and you can see the sides of the holes from the insides. And there we go. You can see it. There's one of the holes with a load of fiberglass filler and rock solid. There's some more I can show you. There's another one of the holes just there. And another one of the holes just there. So you can see, compared to the size of my finger, they're quite big. And all it was a little sticker over the top. It was all starting to peel off. So if I was you, I'd do the same as I've done, or something similar, and get them all sealed up. And my next job is to grind back all of the rust that's on the inside of these plugs. Already started here. I'm going to grind back all the rust with the grinder like I did on the outside of the back door. As I say, that video's on my channel. And then I'm going to be putting some K-rust onto it. And once the K-rust has gone off after 2 hours, we've had the reaction. Yeah, then we'll be giving it a coat of the Hammerite metal paint, and then that's that sealed from the inside. It's not going to make it look too nice. So yeah, once it's all sorted out and rust free, got all this along here as well that I've had to grind back. All the water's been dropping through and running along this seam here. So yeah, once I've sorted out, ground this all back, and then treated it and painted it again with the metal paint, so it's all cushy and we're not going to get in trouble in the future. I'll be taking all these plugs out, fitting them into the black trims we've got over there, and I'll be putting a little bead of Sikaflex around every single one of these plugs, and then pushing it all back into place, and the Sikaflex will seal around every single one of these plugs, and we hopefully won't get no trouble in the future. That's the theory anyway. It's about the best we can do. So there you go, I shall show you at the next stage. Right, down here in the inside of the panels again. I'm just going to give them a little brush off now. Really dust, crap, before we put the K-rust on. There we go. Clean as possible. I might do that bit a little bit more. Yeah, so now a little clean up and then K-rust time. Right, all cleaned up. Time to put on some K rust. And wait for the reaction to happen. Normally a couple of hours. Give it free to be safe if you like. Don't have to be shy with it, you can put it right in there, make sure it drips down all the back of the gaps, get any possible rust that could be lurking about. And hopefully that should be all sound and ready to insulate. Yay! Again, you can see it down there. Let's get coating as many places as possible. Get it all. Right, back when it's all done. As you can see, oh god, it's about to start raining. Right, as you can see, the K rust has taken effect, turned it all black. So now, I'm going to give it all a coat of Hammerite metal paint, a nice protective coat. And that is going to stop any future rust problems. Also, with us sealing around all these plugs, that should stop any water getting in anyway. So, should be dotting the I's and crossing the T's. Hopefully there should be no chance of any more rust issues, at least not for a good few years anyway. And work it down in all the gaps, get it all nice and sealed. Do the job should have been done in the first place. Alright. Probably want to do 2 coats of this. I'm going to go all the way along, get all that done, and yeah, and then we're ready for insulation. Right, when it comes to taking off the black panels and the little clips that hold them on, I'll show you how you do it. Now, to get the black panels off, first of all, there'll be some little screws. You can see one just there, and there's one pretty much on every panel. If you look at the front door, there's a little screw there. So, and then you get to that on the back of the panel, the same on all of them. And down by the wheel arches where the panels connect down now. Again, behind you have to get beyond the wheel arch. There's a little hex bolt there that holds the plastic trim on. Once you're taking them hex bolts out, it's just a matter of popping them off these little clips here. And all you need to do is grab a long screwdriver. You don't need no special removal tool or anything like that. Grab a long screwdriver, slide it down the inside. Obviously, if you've got nice paint, like I haven't, I don't have to be too careful, but you've got nice paint, be a bit careful coming from the side down here or something, where you're not going to be marking any paint that's actually going to be visible. Come down here and you just pop it off. You might have to start with this one down here because it's a bit close, you can get better leverage, if you see what I mean, down there, because that one's a bit further back. So start down here, pop that one off, then come along and just pop them off one by one. Be careful with your paintwork, obviously. You might want to mask up along here if you've got nice paintwork, and stop you making any marks or anything. And then once you've got them all off, just a matter of taking all these clips out. If you haven't got any rust really to repair, you're lucky. But if you have, repair all the rust. If you haven't, then just take all these clips out. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. You might want to clean them all up if you're being fussy, but I don't think I'm going to bother at the moment, because eventually, as I said in the other video, I am going to be giving this a full respray, and I'm going to be treating all the trim when I do that, reconditioning it all, prepping it all, making it all the outside look all nice and tidy. But for a minute, I just want to get it rust proof and watertight, so I'm not going to any long lengths. I just want to rush because this weather's against me in a minute. So yeah, the sooner I can get the outside done and start the inside, the better. So yeah, I shall show you now how to get these clips off, because they're a bit of a pain, but you get a knack to it. I'll show you. And you're best off getting yourself a nice small screwdriver like that, nothing too big. You turn it so they're facing horizontal. Just try and work Alki screwdriver behind it. He says, once you get it started, it's pretty easy. Make sure it's horizontal, because that's where you've got the tab either side there. You push it in, try and catch the tab, pull it out. There you go, there's one side. Try and hold it so it don't pop back in again. Anything behind it or whatever. Follow it back round to the other side. Oh, it's a good idea to mask up, because it is easy to slip. Take a bit of paint with you, pop the other side out. Now, I've probably made that look a bit easy, but practice a few times, and yeah, we'll start getting a bit quicker at it. Once they're all popped out, we'll put them back in the trim, and I'll show you that. Right, I've taken all the clips out, and I've gave it a clean up, so it's all nice and clean, all around where the Sikaflex will be going, to bond nicely onto it, so I don't get any water in there. And I've also touched up any little bits with some metal paint as well. So I'm going to get old Hammerite, last chance before the trim goes back on. So I'm going to leave that paint to dry for 2 hours, an hour, sorry, and then by then, by the time I've Sikaflexed all the bits and pieces, all the clips, and put the panels back onto there, all the bits that have had the K-rust on, all along the inside there, they'll be ready to paint up with the metal paint as well. And we're using, there we go, Hammerite smooth red metal paint. So I'll let you know once that's done. See you in a bit. Right, well, I said I weren't going to bother, but I'm going to clean all these up just with a wet wipe. Right, now ready for the next stage. All the clips have been cleaned up, pop back into the trim, ready to seal up. I'm going to be using Sikaflex 512. It's a special sealant, it's UV resistant, and it stays flexible, especially designed for caravans and RVs. That's the best stuff I can use. Not too cheap, but it'll last and it'll do the job properly, which is what you want. I'll set you up and show you me get it done. There's all the clips, all Sikaflexed up. So I'm going to pop the panel back on now. A momentous moment. It's been a long time coming, this has. Line them all up. Still working. Sure, roll in. Good old push. Flex squeezes all around. Seals around them plugs. I think we're good. Now what's left to do? Let's put in the securing hex screws. Hex screw back in. Start by hand. Leave, there's one in the back as well. Right. Cool, so that's job done. I'm going to go around and do the same with every other panel, get them all flexed up, screwed in, and then happy days, job done, cracking on the inside. So cheers for watching guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.